Good afternoon. We're joined now by Yale student athletes Nick Townsend and John Poulikitis, along with head coach James Jones. We will start with opening comments from Coach Jones and then move on to questions from the media. Please make sure to identify yourself and your media organization when asking a question. And Coach Jones, would you please make an opening statement?
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Obviously excited about the win. I thought our kids were gutty and played hard, and we had controlled the game for 30 some odd minutes until the end when Princeton took over. And what was great about my guys, there was no hesitation, there was no nervousness. They stayed with the game plan and were able to make some great plays and pull it out. The three-point play by Bez driving to the basket and John's three, you really just you know, I can't speak enough of, you know, how tough you have to be able to make those plays in those situations and not panic. And, you know, Nick to my right, you know, he was tremendous and steady the entire game and obviously gave us an opportunity to win.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now open it up to questions for the student athletes only. Oh, hold on a sec. Please identify yourself.
Yeah, you know, I thought obviously the clock was winding down, and you know my team has a great deal of trust in me at that point on the clock, and you know all the work that I put in is for moments like that, so I can step into those shots with as much confidence as I have, and you know thankfully it went in, and we're ready to go for tomorrow.
Okay, questions right here.
Kyle Franco with the Trentonian. Nick, how do you guys keep your composure when Princeton makes that run and I finally take the lead in the last 3 minutes?
Yeah, I think the team has a lot of trust in each other. It's a really close group of guys. So, you know, we believe in any situation we're going to be able to pull it out. And I thought we did a good job of staying composed, like you said, staying even and yeah, finishing the game.
Okay, question right here. Front.
Greg Levinsky, Hearst, Connecticut. Nick, the last play, the shot went up, you kind of got tangled up, and it looks like when you went down on the ground, you kind of breathed a sigh of relief. Or what was going through your mind in that moment, and kind of were you aware of exactly how much time was left and all that stuff?
Yeah, relief, definitely. Was a little worried at first. I was on the floor and there was still time on, but once the clock went off, it was a good feeling. Yeah, it was an intense game. You know, we expect that when it's a playoff time, and we'll be ready tomorrow.
Okay, we had a question over here, right behind you.
Steve Silverman, Ivy Hoops Online. So that going back again to that last play, they didn't need a three. They ended up taking a three. They've got multiple guys who can shoot a three. What were you guys expecting? What were you trying to defend? And Coach, I would like you to address that too, if you don't mind.
Well,
but players first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Sure.
yeah, watching the film on these guys, you know, our coaches do a great job of preparing us. We've seen a handful of sets that they like to run at the end of halves, at the end of shot clocks to get certain guys open shots, and so we sort of felt we were prepared to guard whatever they might have thrown at us in that moment.
Yeah, we were really just, you know, we knew it was going to be in, you know, Xavion Lee's hands at the end of the game. He's a great player, and Bez did a great job making a stop when we needed it.
So they've run a bunch of different things at the end of shot clocks or in the games that way. And Coach Kingsley, who scouted, was there's sort of like a grenade play that they run, or they kind of like misdirection. We thought they might go to that. And again, it just turned out to be a simple ball screen with Xavion Lee trying to make a play. And fortunately, it didn't go in, and we're sitting here.
Okay, more questions for the student athletes. Back here.
Nathaniel Marco, College Hill Independent. Nick, of your 6 best performances this season in terms of offensive rating, 3 of them have come against Princeton. What is it about playing this team that makes you successful, whether it's matchup or scheme-wise?
Yeah, I don't really know. I kind of treat every game the same and live with the outcome. You know, I thought our coaches do a great job of preparing us for the doubles that Princeton like to throw, and I think it just gives us good offense for the rest of our guys. So, yeah, just trying to take what the defense gives us, and I think our team did a really good job executing.
Any more questions for these student athletes? Right in front.
John, were you expecting them to foul you there at the end, and did it take you by surprise at all that they didn't?
I think I was expecting them to foul just because there was only a 3-second differential shot clock and game clock. And when they didn't, Yeah, to your point, I guess I was a little bit surprised. I should have been more cognizant of the shot clock. If I'm put in that position again, I will be.
Can anybody explain to me why there was 6 seconds instead of 3?
Okay.
That was rhetorical. Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I got you.
Any more questions for the student athletes? All right, thank you. We'll send you guys back to the locker room. Keep Coach here. Thank you.
Give me some, Nick. Coach.
Okay, questions for Coach Jones?
Yeah, so I'm just happy we won the game, right? So whether there was a mistake made that went in Princeton's favor or not, actually, if I was Mitch Henderson, I'd be a little disturbed because going into timeout, you thought you had 3 seconds, and coming out of it, now you got 6. So whatever play you're running, I suspect you might run a different play. Why that happened, I have no idea. They were trying to explain it, and at that point, it's fallen upon deaf ears when they're talking to me because it doesn't matter at that point. They had made a decision. I'm not going to change their minds. We had talked to them about the shot clock and where it was and what it should have been, but they were not hearing it. So, again, it's odd to me when you actually go to the monitor and get it wrong.
More questions for Coach right behind here?
Congrats, Coach. Josh Simon, College Basketball Corner. Your team had a phenomenal regular season. You're coming out playing the number 4 seed today. And, sometimes in those kind of games, you see a team come out tight, come out nervous. You guys got off to a 12-0 lead and really kind of put the pressure on Princeton early. Can you speak about the composure of your team and kind of the approach today?
Yeah, without taking too much credit for it, I'm a fairly calm person, the way I coach. And I like to think that rubs off on our players. I'll spike a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I'm even kill. And we've had a workman-like attitude the entire year, and today was no different. We knew that, for us, we felt like going 13-1 in this conference and really dominating play for the most part all year. We felt comfortable going in, but anybody can beat you. So we needed to make sure that we were locked in, and our guys were certainly locked in to start the game and throughout.
More questions for Coach Jones?
Yeah, so you got to win one more game tomorrow, and I'm just curious, for the first game in a 2-game back-to-back tournament like this, do you like having a game like this that goes down to the wire? Does that help you set up for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or not?
Yeah, like my wife's sitting over there. She'll tell you I don't think about any of that kind of stuff. That never goes through my mind. It's like it's the moment. I don't know that anything rubs off you and does something else for you. It's another game, a different opponent. Our guys are gonna, get something to eat. We're gonna go back to the hotel. They're gonna get a scout. They're gonna have another meal, and they hopefully get a good night of sleep and be ready to go tomorrow and just be able to play their best. I suspect you can garnish some confidence on the way we started the game and the way we finished it, and understanding that we were connected throughout, which was really good.
Any more questions? Thank you.